I'm here to try to steer you all to watch this video that I just watched on YouTube of an episode of Sunday Morning Futures with Maria Bartiromo and RFK Jr., which has lessened my pessimism, moved me slightly into the extremely cautiously optimistic category as to my outlook on the effectiveness and hope for eventual change that these new government food guidelines may have a chance at helping in some ways as we move from the old poisonous human diet to what we carnivores and keto people know is a high-fat, moderate protein, little or no carbohydrate diet. But we all know realistically that these things will not change that fast. I'm going to put a link to this video in the description, and I urge all of you to watch this. It'll make you feel good. You'll gain a little more confidence in RFK Jr. and the things that they're doing. You'll learn about some of the steps that are actually happening in our government. I would replay the whole thing for you here, but that only results in copyright strikes. So I'm showing you a screenshot from it, and it's a very, very worthwhile to watch. That's the good news. The bad news is that I think right now, of all the mainstream media, where most of us get our news and the brunt of our opinions, is basically still putting out phony propaganda. And it seems that from what I've watched lately, only Fox is the only mainstream network that's putting out any somewhat positive spin. Maybe that means that the food and drug companies don't have a hold over Fox Network. Been critical of Fox Network lately because they used to be a safe haven for conservatives, but that's changed. But when it comes to this issue, I've seen on the 5 in the afternoon show tremendous support for these changes. I've seen it on the morning shows, and here it was on the Fox Business Network on Sunday morning. So if you're going to watch news, and you're going to watch any news about the new food pyramid, with all of its shortcomings, I think it's still a tremendous step in the right direction. And our main problem is not the actual dietary recommendations themselves, but how are most of us, average people, going to get the message when pretty much the entirety of the mainstream media that controls most of the narrative in this country are still negative on this, anti-Trump, anti-RFK, and anti-everything that isn't politically bent to the left. Watch this video. I think that it'll make you feel good. Listen to what RFK Jr. says about the steps they're taking that absolutely will help. They'll help. I'll give you an example. One of them he talks about is that any merchant that accepts SNAP benefits is going to have new requirements in that they double the amount of real whole foods that they carry in stock. How they're going to implement this, I don't know. Step in the right direction. He also talked about the fact that the school lunch program, the military, any food program that's dictated by acceptance of federal funds are going to be the first ones to be required by law to make changes in what they offer. We'll see. We'll see. But as long as we've got RFK Jr. and some people at high levels in the FDA and the USDA involved in this fight, there may be a chance, at least, for a start. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. Watch the video. Description contains the link below. I don't think you'll be disappointed with this. And if you're at all hopeful, like I am, that this is a step in the right direction, even just a baby step, that it gains some traction, and we actually see some real change, maybe over the next few years, from this. And after you've watched the video, my friends, take the rest of the day off and eat meat.